Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, just my mic a bit more. And everyone, give me one moment here while I'm just finishing getting a couple of things set up. But we are live and back with Pokemon Nuzlocke, Pokemon Diamond, my first ever Nuzlocke playthrough. And it has been a break. The first one went interesting, and I haven't had a chance to get back. But we're back now, and this should be back a reoccurring weekly thing now that I'm back. But we will see what happens. And I'm just making sure my announcements is going live. Okay, there we go. There we go. Give us a second. And, yep. Okay. Oh, we're getting back more into regular streaming. Let's get this kicked up and fired. I'm gonna see if I can remember any of the controls. That's a bit loud. Let me know if game balance is loud for any of y'all. Sorry. Yeah, enjoy this little cutscene, I guess, when I get this set up. Yeah, let's just set it as a photo. Apologize. Oh boy. Things never work like I want them to when it comes to technology. I'm hurrying, guys. I promise. Doing this the old-fashioned way. Whatever. Whatever, I'll just leave it with that. I'll just leave it with that. That's enough. Trying to get technology working for whatever it is now. Alive. My new camera seems to be working good. Just leave it. It's much easier. It's a little crooked. It's okay. Wait, I think that's the wrong tilt. I needed to tilt. No, less that would be. That's level. Low. Look at me being all professional here. Fancy webcam. It's even got lighting. Accentuated just how white I am. It's got a little bit of white, but like there. There we go. There we go. Which button is start? I think that button's start. I don't know the controls. You've been warned. I found a control config. Okay, so this is going to be all keyboard. No need for mouse, except I'm assuming a stylus. We'll find out as we go. Up, left, down, right. ZX is BA. Okay, AS is YX. Enter, select. QW is left and right. Okay. We might need to pull that up again later, but there we go. Yes, I am running this on an emulator, but I do also own the game. Looking at you people who get mad about that kind of thing. No, I wanted to... Oh, X is A. I hit B. It's going to be an adventure. Started from Twinley Tower so comfortably at home, got through Lake Verity, Bidofuscot. That sounds about right. Okay. The key item in the bag can be assigned to this button for instant use. Okay. Okay. That one? Yes! We got Noctis 2.0 for obvious reasons. We got Burb, we got Fat Mike, and we got Dirt Twog. Was I leveling? I think that's what we need to do, was level. Level very carefully and not die. Is that what we were? So this is the town where we first get our Pokemon. One second, I got a spreadsheet for this still. Ooh, it did not like me opening that. It's not like that. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're gonna pause this while I open and check this out. Sorry, y'all. It does not like when I navigate away from it. This is not the most stable of emulators, I do believe. But that is what it is. I have got too much work stuff in my not work email. Don't know what that says about me. Okay. So if I minimize that, does this work fine? Arguably. This emulator is not the best. But I got a Pokemon from Route 202. Got a Pokemon from Route 201. Okay, it does not like having that open though. Okay, we will close that. Well. Does that work better? I don't even know if y'all are seeing it on the stream. Just kind of work fighting with sun. Hello, Heavy. You are catching me with a little bit of oddness going on with my emulator that I'm trying to make a little bit of adjustment on. I'm doing good, Heavy. How you doing? Okay. I don't have a lot of experience with emulators, by the way, so this is going to be an interesting stream. You're tired, very tired. I feel that. I feel that more than I wish I did. Just work or life or all of the above? Yeah, how stuff, baby stuff. That's very fair. I don't know. Have we talked weather crappy? Uh, I don't have that problem because I tend to like bad weather. Like, I prefer an overcast or a rainy day or heavy winds. Like, I like that kind of weather. I don't like hot, balmy, sunny days. And I have moved to Massachusetts, so that's not much of a problem. But yeah, house stuff I get. I am currently, we'll put it in the best quick summary, staying at a friend's house more or less, which is what this is. For the next little bit. So I feel house stuff a little bit. Got to still figure out a lot of stuff there. And I feel you on the baby stuff. Parents unite there. Parental solidarity. Oh. What is CPU emulation mode? It sounds dangerous, but I'm wondering if that will help the weird thing that I'm seeing. No, I don't want to mess with that. Okay. Oh. Oh, it crashed. I spoke of the devil, said let's not hit that button, and it didn't care. Said you might. Well, now that you've crashed, I'm gonna just kick it up from the beginning because already there. Okay. Tools. I don't want tools. Bear with me while I get all this sorted out. It tends to get angry as I fix this. There we go. You dropped 15K today on materials, lumber, and appliances. Made me nauseous. Yeah, I have never. I don't think I've ever dropped 15K on anything, personally. But we had to do, our moving truck cost like 2.5, 3. And it was like, oh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money we don't necessarily have. We did thanks to our tax return, but our tax return was like basically enough to cover moving across the country and enough to cover a rental down payment. Because, everyone wants first month, last month deposit, second born child, left pinky toe, all that kind of stuff. Um, See, does that help? Not really. I can't tell if this is just a pixel scaling thing. Do you have a lot of experience with emulators, Heavy? I mean, I've watched your streams, but I don't think I've ever seen you stream with an emulator. Yeah, a total budget so far of about 30K. Reality says I should probably have closer to 60K, but I gotta do what I can with what I got. Not sometimes the best you can do. It ain't great, but sometimes you just gotta do the best you can do. We actually came in a little bit under budget, thankfully, with our movie trip. Not particularly knowledgeable, not going to see if it would be more in the know, maybe even for it. Yeah, I know all they do. The problem was they didn't think about this beforehand. I think I'll just tolerate it for tonight. I'm just opening up my spreadsheet on my phone instead, because that seems to make it play a little bit nicer. That was it opened into my junk email. The game is drowning out your voice a bit. Oh, thank you. Is that better? I know volume controls all day long. I can bounce them back and forth as much as we need. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. Okay. Yeah. Basically, it's mostly fine. I don't know if you can see it. There's just like these little black specks. And they seem to, I think, have to do with image scaling. But just in this particular game, I was just trying to see if we can figure out a way to fix them. But it is what it is. I can just deal with it for now. Made the switch to OBS. I've been on the fence about switching to OBS myself. This is going to be mostly a grindy bit for a bit, by the way. Because I hear it's less resource intensive, which my computer could use. My computer's a bit beefy. But it is just a laptop, so you get Streamlabs running, you get Chrome running, you get a couple other things running, and it's a bit much on it. So I've been thinking about switching it myself, but I don't know. Well, hi. A cat just said hi. You'll probably see her in 5 seconds when I didn't give her enough attention. And she jumps onto my lap. Oh, did Tackle not do crap? That's better. Wow. It's going to be a very slow process, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I figured. That's fine. How many... Did I grab any potions? How is OBS treating ya? Oh, that's the wrong one. Again, I've been thinking about switching to it, I just haven't yet. Okay, I do have medicine. Okay. Did I ask that? I might have asked that. My mind tends to work in loops, so I often forget the questions I've asked. It's always kind of tricky for me, because sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. Just like tackle the victory. Attack fell. Yeah, my attack fell. Okay. That's fine. Just growl away. Oh, this might actually work for me. You missed. I don't like that. Being asked a question elsewhere. Oh, you are totally good, Heppy. I just appreciate you swinging by. Yeah, I didn't like the bide. I'm bailing out of that fight. Don't think I get anything for bailing out, I just didn't like how it was going. And the last thing that I want to do is lose Noctis, so figured cut while I'm ahead. Okay. Oh, wow. Is this just how you grind? Am I doing this right? Oh, ancient deities of Pokemon Nuzlocke. Am I grinding right? Is this how we do it? Who knows? I know that water beats fire, grass beats water, fire beats grass. So I know everything I need for Pokemon. No other knowledge is needed. And until I'm proven otherwise... I'm joking. I got proved otherwise very early on in the stream when I just got trashed. My first Nuzlocke run, it was like an hour. And we lost Noctis and hence Noctis 2.0. And, or dear Twig, which is now why we have Twong. Wild Starly appeared. Kind of like grinding. I mean, it's kind of nice just to be able to talk a little bit while I play. You know. You ain't gonna get me much experience, but at least you're not much of a threat. I'm gonna say the moment I hit yellow, we healing. I'm just gonna like logically, I should probably go now, but I do feel like he's got one more fight in him. And then if I really need to, I can just switch him out for like Twig. Twong, I should say. Sorry. No, you're good. Hello, Moth. Did I say anything? Oh, I asked how you were liking OBS, Abby. That's the only thing you missed. Oh, and if you can't stay for long, that's fine, Moth. I just appreciate you swinging by and saying hi. It's always good to see you. Oh, I don't like this. You're like a level 2. I'm gonna do this. This might have been a bad idea. Fine. Okay. Yeah, I really appreciate you swinging by and saying hi, Moth. I hope whatever you're having to do goes well. I don't know what it is, but I hope it goes wonderfully well for you. Do the things. I hope they're good. If they're good things you're excited for, yay. If they're bad things that you aren't excited for, I hope that your time that you have to commit to them is minimal. And that they are surprisingly enjoyable. Or at least not as bad as you thought they would be. I have very, like, wave energy today. So we're going to be spiking, we're going to be crashing. We're going to just be all over the place. You spending time with your mom? That's good. I'm glad you get... I hope... Oh, hydrate. I'll take a hydrate. I hope it's good time... I hope it's good time spent with your mom. I don't know terribly much about your parental relationships. But I know parental relationships can be complicated in general. So I hope it's good time with your mom. It's good? Ah, that's good to hear. Oh. I know I've talked about it on stream. I have a wonderful relationship with my mom personally. And it's one of the things that I'm like, kind of just very grateful for. She's back, so you got ahead? Of course. I'd say tell her hi from me, but she doesn't know who I am. You can tell her hi from me anyway. I mean, this goes out to any of you. Just in general, always feel free to tell someone that I say hi. He says hi. Well, yay! Oh. I did that to my coworker. We were like talking, and he was talking on the phone, and I'm just like, tell him I said hi. And he like looked at me, like, he had the oddest look, and I'm like, you're just not used to working with me yet. This is gonna be a regular occurrence, I promise you. I just like saying hi to people. know? Saying hi to a stranger is always fun. That's how you make new friends. Anyway. I hope you have a good time, Moth, if you're still lurking around, but thank you for swinging by. It is really appreciated. Anyway, I don't know if you're still looking around heavy, but yeah, I asked how you were enjoying OBS, because I've been thinking about switching myself, because I hear it's less resource intensive, but haven't really looked into it more than just a thought that's popped into my head as something I should do but haven't. Also, if anyone's lurking that happens to know a lot about Pokemon Nuzlocks, should I grind to level 10 or level 15 before going on to the next area? I don't think there's anyone here who does magically know a lot about Pokemon Nuzlocke, but I did ask to the Void. We'll see if I get an answer. Some people that say to be worried when the Void talks back. I just say when the Void talks back, there's a chance to meet a new friend. What are you doing? Someone's got the, like... We'll see if I can do this. I might regret doing this, but... Well... I don't know if you can see her. She is staring at me through the door window. Just staring, waiting for me to open the door. Note... that loops around. At any given time, the cat that was there, she's gone now, maybe she is coming around, can walk around through that door. There is nothing stopping her. But she chooses to act like this door needs to be open and closed. From one side or the other. It's her new favorite hobby when she notices I'm streaming. Is can I make Daffy open the door? Anyway, it's not so bad or different from Slobs. It just requires a little research to set certain things up. It imported my settings and overlays from Slobs, so that was nice. Sorry, phone call, be right back. No, of course. Take your phone call. Hope it's a good one. Hope it's an important one. Hope it's not bad news. Hope it's good news. Energy's all over the place. We're going to be ups and downs, lefts, rights, centers, rounds and circles. I'll be ready. Basically, what I'm saying is probably going to be very repetitive tonight, and that's just fine. Oh, you found me. You want to come say hi? My producer, Cat Cam, chilling on the lap. She's just like, I'm just getting petted, so we content. I'm just using the mouse because you're blocking the keyboard. You guys gonna climb up on the desk now? We'll just keep moving the camera. You cannot escape. Escape. We'll just get to be on the camera for a bit. You can enjoy that beautiful spotting pattern. No, I don't. They don't need to see your butt. She's going on an exploration to places she knows she's not supposed to be. So I will let her do that strategically. Oh, and she jumped off to the floor. You love me some kitty butt. Don't judge. I won't judge you, Mr. Giggles. Too much, at least. Just a little bit. I I think liking cat butt has something to do with like a little bit like Stockholm Syndrome. They just hold you hostage until you love them, every part of them. Grinding the bit offs to level. Gonna get the strongest bit off around. You have posted what I believe is Japanese, and I do not understand it. I believe is that kanji? Did I use the right word? In the nicest way possible. I know I emanate Hiragana actually, and I Shoelda. Those are words I don't recognize. But I was gonna say, I know I have spelled wrong. I know personally I have like big anime fan energy. I am not a big anime fan. I do like animes. I have seen some of them. But I'm not a big anime fan, and I don't really know any Japanese other than Nani and Baka. That's the extent of my knowledge. Oh, Choto means little, means a little. Ah. Okay. Now I maybe know a third word. Love Nani, it's a personal favorite kanji. There we go. See, ich spreche Deutsch ein klein. Ich spreche Deutsch liebs eins wahre alt. I speak German a little. I speak like a 2-year-old. Basically, I don't know a lot of grammar. I know a lot of words. I don't know those words necessarily in the correct context. I speak 3 years of high school German. Plus some study on the side. Enough that if you dropped me off in Germany, I probably would figure out how to order food. I'd probably find a bathroom, maybe a hotel, and I could explain to a whole bunch of people what my favorite school subjects were. Like all of the school subjects. Probably ask them where my homework was. Am I doing this efficiently? No. Am I doing this and having fun? Actually, I really am. It's been a while since I've like played any Pokemon. It's been even longer since I've done any like proper grinding. The Nuzlocke thing does have me a bit paranoid though, because I'm like, I can't let him die. You're an anime dork, but half my desire to learn Japanese honestly stems from bettering myself, more or less. No, I get that. I think learning a language is a crucial skill. Especially like as an American, where we kind of grow up in this lap of privilege and luxury compared to the rest of the world. Like we grew up in kind of, there's like a lot of global ignorance kind of in America. How do I put this? America likes to only think of America. So learning another language of a foreign country, I feel like is a really great way to help broaden your view when we do tend to have a very narrow worldview here. Because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that we don't talk about. Learning a language is something not everyone does, so might as well. Yeah, absolutely. The kanji for Nani, I love it, and I don't know why. It looks good. It looks like it's a fun little symbol. It looks like a face to me. Like, hear me out. Like, there's like a little square in the center, which is like indifferent, but the line around it is like a little bit of hair. There's like a chin on the right, and on the left line, it's got like a little ear on it. You missed! Yay! Noctis 2.0. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you, my little PogChamp. Did I youngin right there? Is PogChamp the operative word? I have not seen kanji for Doctor, but Noctis can't hit crap today. Noctis has been drinking. Maybe a little bit. What the? It's like a scribbles in a box. These are accurate descriptions with Tadafi. Scribbles in a box. Is that medicine and meat? I like... Oh, that's meat and medicine. I like medicine because it reminds me of like a skeleton torso. Meat just looks like an epic boss insect bug in a battle game. See, medicine in general, just like the topic of medicine, fascinates me. And the symbols. Ooh, here's a funny one. We got a funny one? Yes! Educate me. Here's a funny one. I recognize the second one, actually. I don't know what it means, but I've seen that one. Like enough that it actually draws recognition in my face. In my face. In the brains. The fat, the squiggly fats in my bread. In my bread. Oh, it's gonna be a night, man. It's gonna be a night, folks. Fire. Fire flower. They did a German. Something that I've talked about in this chat a couple times before, sometimes in random fact form, sometimes otherwise, is German is like very good at combining words. And that's like my favorite part about learning German, is like, they're like, we discovered this new thing. What do we call it? I don't know. Just take the two words closest to it and slam them together. Like, pencil is Bleistifte, lead stick. What's an ambulance? Krankenwagen, sick car. What's a hospital? Krankenhaus, sick house. What do we call our Air Force? Luftwaffe, air weapon. Is that just pronounced Inputsu? Enputsu? There we go. Noctis? You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, apparently. Well, there you go. I learned something else. Probably won't remember that beyond the end of the stream. But I will put it in my brain until it's dry. My brain is very finicky on what it remembers. Like, if I really want to remember something, I can usually take the time to dedicate it to memory. And, like, if I can get it to lock in, I'm good. And if I get it to lock in successfully, it usually tends to exist in some form for the rest of forever. Which is why, like, I still know the preamble to the Constitution. And most of the amendments. Oh, no, you are completely good, Mr. Giggles. I'm just grinding, so the chat is greatly appreciated. It's something fun to talk about. There's a fun card game American made, I'm pretty sure, called Hanabi. You'd recommend it. Okay. I will have to look it up, because I love board games. Do I have my board game collection? I don't have an extensive board game collection, but I do have quite a few. I don't know where they are right now, though. strawberry is Chico, right? I don't know. But I'm thinking about board games. You keep on going in the chat because I will address it. Well, I'm thinking about board games and talking about organizational things. Basically, I am a being of pure chaos and disorder in real life. My computer's highly organized. Like anything I'm dealing with file system wise is incredibly organized. However, the moment it enters the real world, I'm incredibly disorganized. My wife is a goddess in many ways. She's a goddess of order and structure and is very good at keeping things in places. And she's an absolute saint when it comes to this because she puts stuff in places. And then 5 minutes later, I forget where it is, even though she told me like 3 seconds ago. And there's a common aspect of my wife that I know my wife probably doesn't find as endearing as she might need to. But she's very patient with me, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're all good there. But you ever see the video and they're like, "Where's my car keys?" and someone's holding them? That's me. Or like, where is this thing that I've been using for like the past 3 months? And now suddenly cannot remember what drawer it is, so I've opened every single drawer in the kitchen looking for it, and gotten distracted and gotten out like 4 things I didn't need. Anyway, strawberries that you go right. Okay, so 2 to 4 players, you can see their hands with the cards in faces outwards, and you and the other player are trying to lay down runs of 1 to 5 in 5 different colors by giving each other clues. That does sound cool. Blackberry Kachigo, black strawberry. Oh, there you go. Clever name. Water is Mizu, ocean is Umi, lake is Mizu Umi, essentially drinkable ocean. Oh, that's really good. My favorite German word is, so the word soft, S-A-F-T, is kind of like roughly like mixed or juice type deal. So Apfelsaft, apple juice. Orangensaft, orange juice. If you can't tell English or Germanic language, things are very, very close. And soft is used for any kind of juice, but it's also used in a couple other ways, my favorite of which is team. The German word for team is Mannsaft, or another way to translate it, basically be man juice. It's like, it doesn't mean juice, but when you're like first learning German, you're like, Orangensaft, orange juice, Apfelsaft, apple juice, Mannsaft, team. There's a couple of them like that, to be honest. But... oh, it's one of my favorites. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I can't say you're wrong. What's... oh, my hand is on the wrong keys. Why am I running away? Okay. They also have like a whole thing. Let me see if I can find this. I can't remember a lot of these offhand. But when naming animals, they love... back to the moment they might call again. Oh, go ahead, Sibi. Welcome back. We were talking about like Japanese or other languages and some of their fun combination words. Like the way that they name things. Like like Mr. Giggles mentioned he mentioned a bunch of them, but one of them was water is Mizu, ocean is Umi, lake is Mizi Umo, or Mizi Umu, essentially drinkable ocean. And I talked about how in German, you use the word soft to describe juice, so Orangensaft or Apfelsaft, but then it's also used in the word team with Mannsaft, man juice, basically man team. It means team, but it's the same root you use for juice. So talking about those kind of things. And then I was just about to look up while I'm sitting here grinding. German has a thing about like basically all animals basically being named after pigs. Animal names. Let's see if that finds it. What the WTF are the Umizoomi Squad? Is it ocean racers? You got defense curl? Don't know what it does, but it sounds fancy. Other than something my daughter's obsessed with. Oh, my child has not discovered this. Currently, our go-tos are... Well, it was Avatar: The Last Airbender, to be honest, for a while. Which I am not going to complain about, because that show is amazing. It's Nick Jr. Tyler show like Blues Clues, etc. They do like color shapes and basic math. Just googled Umizoomi. I'm so sorry. Oh boy, that fun. See if we get them red one, maybe they'll like that. I got all that from Cyber Chase, which was way more cooler. Cyber Chase was really good. Paw Patrol still reigns supreme right now. My condolences. Yeah, my condolences as well. I remember when my older child, Pippin, the one that you will see on stream, who gets so excited, and has all the energy in the world because he siphoned it off of the souls of living beings that happen to be in his premises. I love my kid. It's not meant to be a dig at my child. Children are just like, they have like endless bounds of energy, and then you get really tired because you're like trying to handle their endless bounds of energy, and they're like, feels slightly like they're vampires, but that's what it is, and I love them dearly for it. Anyway, but when he was just a wee lad, barely in the car seat, who couldn't talk, and was still wearing diapers and could barely walk, he was obsessed with the Minions movie. To the point that, as the parent, I could almost quote that movie word for word from beginning to end. Cyber Chase slapped. Yeah, don't even start, Happy. Still have nightmares. I watched that movie so much that like it would go in loops of thinking it was like the greatest piece of cinematic artistry I'd ever seen, because I'd been like Stockholm syndromed by it, to thinking it was the worst movie that ever existed and should be a war crime. Like when you have a child and you're forced to watch a show over and over and over and over again, that's what happens. It's going to be one or the other, and it's going to switch. Like it comes in waves. Like you're like watching it, and then like there's another wave, and then another wave, and you just kind of get like used to thinking that it's a thing. It's a thing. Oh sure. So my tackle misses. My tackles missed twice, but that Bidoof tackles. You see, Noctis 2.0? That is how a Bidoof tackles. Gotta get yours. You can't wait for parenthood, that's the case. I realize that parenthood can change media tastes with the brief while that I thought that the Emoji Movie might actually not be that bad. Looking them play Sonic for 1,000 hours. Now, we're talking like the game, or we're talking the movie? Because here's my parenting advice. When your kid first gets interested in video games, and they really, really want to play, Sonic 2. Let them play Tails. They can control the character, they can run around screen, they can have a great time. They might kill enemies. If they die, no big deal. They get to actively play while you get to play the game. And it is one of the most brilliant mechanics I've ever seen. Aristocrats. Mine was Brave Little Toaster. So much so that my father bought Brave Little Toaster for me for my kids as a gift when we moved, just to make sure that there was a chance that I might suffer as he had suffered. Which, shout out to my father, parenting win there. Get wrecked, Bidoof. That's how you tackle. Yes, Brave Little Toaster goes to Mars. There was, I believe, more than the sequel. I think it's a trilogy. I can't remember if it was a trilogy or if it like Land Before Time, and there's like a million of them. But I know there's at least 3. Hercules / Aladdin, the Master of Disguise. I watched a fair bit of Hercules. I can't remember watching much Aladdin. I know I watched it, but I just can't remember being obsessed with it. I know I watched Hercules enough that I believe it was my Nana took me to Hercules on Ice. Nana is in grandparent, by the way. English Nana. Not Nana as in like a babysitter or person who daycares me, because I've had to explain that clarification before. I did not have a nanny. I had a Nana, my grandma. You worried with the Mandela effect though? Yeah, Mandela effect always screws with us all. No, but I remember because she took me to like Hercules on Ice, and I had a light up Hercules sword, and then like one of like, it was like a mug that looked like the ones that they had in the movie, and it was like the coolest thing I had, and I held on to it like well through high school. Don't know what happened to it beyond that, but anyway. There are 3 Brave Little Toaster movies. Brave Little Toaster from 1987, The Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue from 1997, and The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars from 1998. You have some Southern blood, so I know what Nana is. Not everyone does, though. I remember being in school, and I'd be like, yeah, I went over to my Nana's. And they were like, you went over to your bananas? Why'd you go to your bananas? And it made me angry. I might seem like a cool, loving dude, but like 90% of my life is just filled with pure, unadulterated rage. Just all of the rage. They were fools. Maybe a little bit. Disney movie-wise, I'd probably say that growing up, I believe my favorite Disney movie was probably Peter Pan. Until Atlantis came out. Then it was definitely Atlantis. Like Atlantis and, Treasure Planet. That one. Those are much more the Disney movies of my youth, my age. I don't know if we talked about this a lot, but I'm born in '96, so most classic Disney movies were like out when I was young. I didn't grow because I don't know how old everyone else in the chat is. You're all probably close to my age. but I always like talk to like a lot of my coworkers, because my coworkers tend to be a little bit older than me. Like, yeah, I remember when this movie came out, and like this like Disney princess movie or whatnot. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that was out before I was born, most of the time. Oh. Two of my all-time favorite movies both were considered failures. Atlantis is a... You're older than me? Probably. That's a common occurrence. I am 24 at the moment. I turn 25 in 10 days. 95, but yeah, so you're older than me. I believe I am older than Gray, though. I could be wrong. And I don't know how open Gray is about his age. So, I could be entirely wrong. I know I've talked about it. We went to high school together. So me and Gray are roughly the same age, but... I just can't remember which one of us was born first. We rewatched Harry Potter's last film the other day and got hit hard with Mandela shock over Neville. When you have the conversation about, yeah. I would say, like, I'm honestly gonna say, like, generally speaking, my chat is like probably general spoiler disclaimer on my chat. If I am present and we start talking about something, a spoiler is going to shoot out of my mouth before I disclaimer it. So you're fine, Heavy, go. Particularly with, like, Harry Potter. Like, if you've either watched Harry Potter or you probably never will. There isn't really going to be an in-between. When Neville killed Nagini, how do you remember it? Honest answer? I don't. I know that he killed Nagini, and that is the extent of my memory surrounding it. My assumption, maybe like the more I think about it, is that Nagini lunges at him and he cuts the head off. That's probably just like a very vague assumption, not a memory. Also, my strong suit's Lord of the Rings, not Harry Potter. So. Both me and Yuki remember vividly happening directly after his speech against Voldy and Voldy telling Nagini to kill him. Some sort of the hat and just shrinks her head off. No, it's apparently... You know, I actually did know that, actually. There's like a bit of fighting before... before he kills Nagini. I actually knew that. Mandela effect, though, is crazy. Because I know he gives his whole speech, and then like a fight breaks out, and then it was a little bit later, Nagini gets killed, which is what you've just said. But no, that is how I remembered it, was that way. Do I got anyone who's really good at Nuzlocke slurking? I got a quick Nuzlocke question before we get back to talking to Mandela effects. You also remember the Elder Wand exploding in Voldy's face for some reason, and that didn't happen either. No, I know it doesn't explode in his face, but it does break, doesn't it? Oh, my hands are off. Ha. Nope, that's the wrong button. That one! Let's level up our Starbly. It lightly cracks, but Harry just snaps it in two after everything's over. Oh, okay. Can I think of like any Mandela effects that I'm like overtly aware of? But all I'm coming up with are not Mandela effects, but things that annoy me, like misunderstandings about Lord of the Rings, which is just an entirely different thing. Brains are incredibly weird. Brains are incredibly weird. Also, we've been talking about Harry Potter a lot, and it's going to annoy me if I don't say this. J.K. Rowling's a terrible person. I know I don't need to say that. I just always feel the need to say that when I'm talking about Harry Potter, because I love the books, but she's a terrible person. I just feel like I don't say that enough. What was I going to say? We're going to swap Pokemon, because I don't want you to die. Anyway. No argument, yeah. I am in the quickest way possible because I don't want to dwell on her. She doesn't need any more attention. She gets plenty of it from her doting fangirls and boys. Probably no one other than girls and boys because of her crappy opinions. But I lost my train of thought. We're gonna go heal Burp. The least you can do as a person is just respect people's human dignity, and she doesn't do that. Like, doesn't even do like what I would consider the least. So that's all I'm gonna say on it. But yes, it's Bernstein, isn't it? S-T-A-N. I never read the books. I just know of the Mandela effect because everyone brings it up. Yeah, Berenstain. Apparently. Yeah, so the thing is, and this one actually makes sense to me. Oh, no! I hit the buttons, I got distracted. Okay. Because Bernstein, the first one, is like German for basically stone bear. So like it flags something in the mind as like actual words. It's like bear stone. Versus Berenstain is kind of more gibberishy. I think the mind takes it and then like shuffles letters around to make what it thinks is more appropriate of a last name from memory. I don't know if that makes sense. That's my personal interpretation of why that particular one happens. And I could very much be wrong in why that happens. That is just my personal interpretation. Okay. Dirt Twog. For context, by the way, his original name, in my first playthrough, before it met an untimely end, we named him Dirt Twig. And then he met an untimely end, and Dirt Twog to G was born. We say Twog because Tug doesn't sound as good. What's withdraw to? Defense Rose. Why is like the second move that you learned a water defense move? Oh, it's because you're a turtle. That makes sense. Makes sense. You gotta pull it into a shell. That's why it's a water type move normally. Got it. We got there in the end. One of my favorite Mandela effects is maybe Mandela effect. It's like a misquoted pop line. It's the scene from Star Wars with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. He doesn't say, "Luke, I am your father." He says, "No, I am your father." Because of the, what do you know about your father? Blah, 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 told me you killed him. No, I am your father is the contextual line. But like when you're telling that to your friends and it gets carried around, the word kind of becomes Luke, I am your father. Probably because that just provides context. It makes the quote a little bit more clear. But that's never said in the movie. No, we're not going back into the Pokemon Center. I know you like it there. I know it's safe and dry. I hit down, dang it. Uh-oh. That's new. Okay, we're fixed. I think we're fixed. My character was stuck walking up. Same with the Sense of Lens. It's actually being good evening, Clarice. Yep. That's another one. And you see, this is not one of them at all. But as I mentioned, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I got tons of useless Lord of the Rings information and knowledge. And the one thing that I always want, like, this is like everything in my body is screaming to blurt out right now, is it's not the Balrog, it's a Balrog. It's the Balrog of Moria, being that it is the only Balrog in Moria, but it is not the Balrog. It is just a Balrog. And that's just a personal like pet peeve of mine, because there's more than one Balrog. It's a race, not a name or a being. And that one, I don't like. It doesn't like annoy me. Like I'm like, oh, you didn't know that. That's not like a pretentious thing. It's just like there's a lot of Balrogs out there, and like not a lot of people know that, and it's like interesting. This is one I've never experienced, because like to me, Curious George has always had a tail, or always not had a tail. Like he doesn't have a tail. That's how I've always remembered him. He was a monkey, not a chimp. Monkeys have tails. He should have a tail if he's a monkey, but he does not have a tail. Oh. I can go on like an entire Lord of the Rings lore rant, though. Like the fact that Balrog isn't a race either, but like a subcategory. We're getting all over the place. My brain's going at a mile per minute. Because the Balrog that you meet there, and the Balrogs in general, are all Maiar, or Maya, yeah, Maiar, M-A-I-A-R, which is the same race as Gandalf, Saruman, and Sauron, even. So that's like not Mandela effect, that's just like pulling abstract knowledge from the appendices in the Silmarillion. Rather than like you can't like misremember what you've never known. If that makes sense. You tackle, I tackle, and then we're swapping. 'Cause you just got yourself real beat up. We'll switch to Dirt Twog. A topical Mandela effect is Pikachu. What the color, what the colors of the stripes are, / stripes on the ears versus tail. That's a whole thing. Does like Pikachu have stripes on its tail? That's the question. Because no one responded, the answer is no. No, Pikachu does not have stripes on their tail. It could. Maybe there was a version of like Pikachu that had the stripes on the tail in like Japan. But the American version never did, and Pikachu doesn't have the stripes added to the tail in any kind of recent design. Without there being like a Japanese version that has it, my assumption would be probably due to the stripes on the ears, assuming there were stripes on the tails. Again, that brain doing like the fitting things into basically schemas. Fun fact, we're gonna go random fun fact here for those who didn't know. When your body takes in new information, basically it has to sort it and box it. And the way that the brain usually does this for most people is forming what are called schemas, or a general idea of a like concept. And anything that fits within a schema, it basically puts into that box. But because of this, there's a lot of things that are like similar, where there's like a little bit of overlap because those few differences that are between the two. Like there's like one difference here, but it doesn't quite fit the schema, so your brain kind of ignores it, just like takes it out of the picture. Anyway, you had an old unedited DVD of DBZ, and I caught scenes of Gohan having a tail, even though Piccolo had already cut it off. Continuity errors. I'm one of those people who will like watch a movie and call out little continuity errors like that bug me. Your usual video got to edit, yep. And the most recent one that I had was basically, has everyone here seen what's it called? I forget the name of it. It's Claymation by Leica Studios, people who made the Box Trolls or Coraline. They made a one involving Bigfoot. Missing Link. The Missing Link. Claymation. Love Claymation. I highly recommend it. But there's a scene in that movie where I do actually recommend it. It was pretty good. Definitely like a kid's show, but it was a good kid's show. Anyway. But there's a scene, it's like really, really minor, but like it cuts across the map to the of America, and it has states that shouldn't be states yet for the time period of the movie. And I was like, wait, those should still be like territories. This is before they became states, when we were still like colonizing them. Is Quick Attack stronger than Tackle? know it's like more likely to strike first. I just don't know if it's stronger than tackle. Yeah, it is good. I do recommend anything by like Lakia. Kubo and the Two Strings by them was actually phenomenal. I enjoyed the Box Trolls. I enjoyed Caroline. I enjoyed Paranorman a lot more than I thought I would. I had a couple golden scenes. But like, I'm a huge fan of claymation. Like, I will usually jump on the chance to watch anything that is a claymation studio that I even vaguely like. I think it's pronounced Leica. Or Aardman. Love me some Aardman. It's people who made Wallace and Gromit. Or Chicken Run, which is a lot of the ones that more Americans know. Is Chicken Run. Love Aardman Animations. They just recently did a movie called Early Man that was... I thoroughly enjoyed Early Man, but it is very, very much kind of tailored towards an English audience. So if you don't have like a lot of English family or English, a lot of the humor will fall flat. If that makes sense. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. However, Aardman's best show is Pirates Band of Misfits, which is one that I think everyone should watch at least once. Because that show was Street Fire. I mean, how many other pirate movies do you know of that involve them entering a dodo into a science program or science fair project type thing? Also, because the one gift that people tend to know it from is the, well, yes, but actually no. That, if you've seen that gif with the pirate, and kind of like raises the finger like, well, yes, but actually no, it's from that movie. I don't know how commonly spread that gif is. I know I've just seen it a lot within the circles that I'm in. So, it could be because they've all seen it, could be because it's a more well-known movie, or well-known gif. Wow, it's too many cut verbs. Attack! No! Tackle that sucker. Get your revenge. On the topic, like, tracing back to kind of what started these topics. You know what movie I'm surprised my kid isn't more obsessed with? Detective Pikachu. Like, we've watched it a couple times, but he did not, like, obsess with it, which just strikes me as funny. Because Pikachu is just by far his favorite Pokemon. My kid's a bit basic, but I still love him. I had no idea Patrick Swayze. I recognize the names. I don't know the people. Well, Armstrong's moon guy, isn't he? Lance the biker that cheated. And yeah, I knew who Neil Armstrong was. Swayze was Dirty Dancing Star. That still doesn't help me because I've never seen that movie. But also trying to tell me like famous actors' names, like unless they were in the cast of Lord of the Rings, I'm probably not gonna notice. With like few exceptions. Richard being an Ellis-itis. I've never seen people argue about it, but the historian in me just screams no. Because no, it's not. It was made of copper, though, which means it wasn't originally green, and that's not necessarily uncommon knowledge. You didn't even know Liberty Island existed? Yep, it's its own island. See, I've also been to the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. So that's probably why it helps for me. Quite literally different locations that I've been to. You'll probably never step foot in the Northeast states, and that means you're not going to come visit me. I'm actually curious, any particular reason why? Because, like, if it's like a money, financial, never having enough to go on a vacation thing, 100% get it. But I'm actually curious if it's something other than that. Just no real interest in anything up there tourism-wise? That's fair. I feel that same way about the southern states. Like, nothing I want to see in the southern states. Burb's gone. That's our first death. That's our first death of this run. Let's go have a moment of silence for Burb. I knew its health was low, but Bite had not done that much damage in the past. Apparently we're going back out. No, we need to give Burb a proper funeral. Someone's PC. That's the one. I want to rename this box. You can't get fancy with the things, apparently. Don't have enough letters. Can't fit graveyard. There's just nothing I can think of in those areas that draws me. I hate big cities, so New York is a big turnoff. I'll say cold weather. So like that's the thing. Like, if you're talking, okay, most of the things to see on the East Coast are very city oriented or historical oriented. There's a lot of things, like, part of the reason why I was happy, like, ecstatic to move to the East Coast was I live in about the middle of Massachusetts, up by New Hampshire. And I'm about an hour drive outside of Boston. That's actually where I work. Got a good old hour commute every day. And it's about a day's trip to New York City. So, like, if I wanted to go catch, like, the Metropolitan Opera, like, I have that money. I definitely don't have that money. But if I wanted to, it'd be a day trip. And I like that. What people don't talk about, like, cold weather, definitely not, like, don't move to New England. Because, like, I like New England. That's the area that I'm in. But the thing is, I'm towards the Appalachian Mountains. Like, I don't know if I can... I can't do this, like, dismantling my whole system. The house that I am currently staying at, which is not my home, it is a friend's home. All of that backyard is forest. It's woods. Just trees. We get deer. We get all sorts of woodland creatures. I am not, in any sense of the word, in a big city. It's just lush green, coastal deciduous forests. My drive to Boston, about 40 minutes of it, are driving on a busier main road, and traffic can get bad on it. But it's just all beautiful forests. Appalachian, tall trees, turn beautiful shades in the fall. That's Massachusetts, that's New Hampshire, that's New Vermont, that's Maine. There are bigger cities on the East Coast, but there's a lot of rural area that I feel like people ignore. And I'll grab some photos sometimes and kind of see what I'm talking about. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, cold, definitely understand. I do think there is a lot of nature that is kind of worth seeing. Anyway, I will say, though, there isn't anything big, I would argue, in either the South or the East unique natural landmass wise, it's like you need to see this. But I also say that coming from Utah, where we had the Rocky Mountains, the Salt Flats, and Red Rock. So like Utah's like, take your pick of wanting to see some unique terrain. Utah is beautiful. Beautiful place. So many cool biomes, so much cool rock formations, so many amazing things about Utah. Hated the people. I don't hate the people. I don't hate people. There's just a lot of people that was like, I don't recommend living there. It's a very homogenous culture, which is not a good thing, because lack of diversity can bring about problematic things. We'll put it that way. So that's my take on Utah. Beautiful place to visit. Wonderful place to go hiking and camping and skiing and whatever you want to do outdoorsy wise. Definitely recommend visiting Utah. I can't advocate living there. I know I have a lot of my viewers who are from Utah, and they are completely entitled to living there, and that's totally fine. It's just not for me. I didn't want to raise kids in that. You're probably never going to move out of Arkansas? It's just home. Yeah, no judging. I didn't think I was going to move out of Utah, to be honest, too, until I got a chance to move out to Massachusetts. And then you're like, yep. I also used to say that all the time, too, before I moved to Mass. Oh. Not saying you'll change your opinion. Just saying that's like literally the exact same thing I used to always say. Because the only condition moved to are cold. I'm going to take a guess. Ooh, Hebby. You strike me as someone who'd want to move to parts of Japan, England, but not England. No, not England. Ireland, Scotland, or Wales, but not England. And maybe something Baltic. How close was I? Did I get any places? Austria! You're the first person I've seen to throw Austria on the list. Good call. But Japan, Ireland, Scotland, Norway, or Austria. If I... Let's level up Fat Mike. And hopefully not lose him too, because losing Burb was honestly a really bad hit. You have a very close friend in Vienna. That's a big city though. That's like a big city if you move into Vienna. A proper big city. Very beautiful city though. Such a beautiful city. Never been there, only seen pictures, but those pictures were... Anyway. Not Vienna. Oh yeah. For me, it would probably be... It's tricky. I don't particularly want to live in the United Kingdom. I love the climate. I like the culture. I just don't want to live in the United Kingdom. I wouldn't mind living in Wales or Scotland if they were independent from the United Kingdom, but they're not. I'd consider moving to Ireland. But in the words of my wife, if I moved to Ireland, I could see it being expensive. I am a very passionate person. Being in a place that has a very strong border dispute right now, of which I can kind of have some opinions of type deal, would not be good for long term for me. So my wife's kind of like put a stop on Ireland. But I think Ireland's beautiful. I've seen the countryside. I actually wouldn't want to move to a Nordic country. I've talked to quite a few people from the Nordic countries, and more or less what I've gotten. You end up being spirited away by Fae folk. Fae folk are terrifying in the actual mythology, though, is the thing. Like, full stop, they're terrifying. I'm just gonna say that right now. No. But Nordic countries would be, climate-wise, I think that would be cool. I just... The societal culture and governments of Nordic countries, I feel like I don't want to say like it's overhyped, but it's a little bit overhyped. I know enough that if I were to move to one of those countries, it wouldn't take me long to pick apart and find the problems within it, because I've talked to people from those countries, and I know that from like our standpoint, they look like perfect in a lot of ways, but there's actually a lot of deep-rooted issues that we don't talk about and address. And that applies to, I think, a lot of Europe, too. Like, it's not for me to speak. I don't like to, like, talk poorly about other countries and, like, diss them. But basically, every country's got its problems. And from our standpoint, we often only see the benefits of those countries compared to ours. And I'd personally rather try to fix the country that I'm in and make it a better place than to try to bail off. At least while I feel like there's still time to fix it. And time to do good. I don't know if that makes sense. But like that aside, cultural, climate-wise, England, Germany, would probably be my picks. The British Isles or Germany. I feel like every country is going to have an issue. There's no real perfect government because government is people, and people are crappy and prone to corruption. Oh, FYI, by the way, if I ever filter out a word, it's because this is a family-friendly stream, so I don't cuss. You're free to do you in chat. I don't care. I don't police chat. But if I'm ever reading your comment and censor it, don't worry that you offended me. I just censor because it's of my stream. No, you're good. Hebby, you are welcome to say all of the cuss words within reason within chat. I am saying just because I censored it, reading it out loud to myself does not reflect that you did something wrong. Does that make sense? I am saying don't take me censoring a word when I'm reading it out loud to be that you did something wrong. That is just a personal choice for my stream. Chat can do chat. Y'all can say whatever you want, as long as it ain't like insulting each other, bullying, and like those select things, or like inappropriate per se. And we're adults here. We can have some fun, but y'all can like place a well-made like innuendo or whatnot. But hydrate. That's right. Thank you, Mare. Let's just speak in a way that doesn't require you to have to filter. Oh, I appreciate it, but just don't feel obligated to. The point of my stream is to be like a welcoming, open environment. I try to have it being a loving place. Anyway. Oh. But on the topic of loving place, I actually do want to share my opinion on this. And this isn't to refute you, Hebby, necessarily. I have a little bit of a different take. I actually don't think that people are crappy. I believe people are inherently good and have good intent. I believe the issue lies with governments and systems. I think governments, as we are used to them, a lot of times are corrupt and are put in place. There's a lot of bad systems that are built. I just dislike the thought process of people being crappy. There's people are the way that they are because of the system that they were raised in. And rather than find fault with people, I personally like to blame the systems that caused it. Which might be a hot take to some people, because I know I've said some opinionated things about people in pats or in discords and whatnot, but that is my genuine opinion, is that it is... people are good. It's systems that make people do bad things. You know, people do anyway, my daughter sent yesterday. Oh, I feel that a little bit. So, full disclosure, I am not nearly this family-friendly filtered IRL. Or if you ever had the privilege of talking to me in one of my less filtered Discord chats, you will realize this. And I had a coworker who's like, you know, I really appreciate your family-friendly streams, but you have a whole much broader vocabulary in real life and work. I'm like, see, the thing is that on my streams, I am trying to be on my best behavior. Y'all see the best side of me. At work, when I'm staring at a spreadsheet that's not adding up the way it's supposed to, we get creative, because creative words might fix things. Anyway. I don't think people are inherently bad, but bad wording, but when not cultured to resist temptation can lead to poor decisions when given power. That is a fair assessment, to which I will actually agree. I try not to make a habit of talking politics on my stream. It does happen from time to time, and I don't disagree with it, because I don't hide this. This isn't something that's hidden. I do not make secret of the fact that I am probably best described as an anarchist. I believe that hierarchy in any sense of governmental structure is a corruptible power system. And I believe that power is inherently corrupting and evil. So my opinion is that power is bad, and we should shoot to have equal power evenly distributed amongst people in a direct democracy as much as possible. Basically, doing whatever we can to eliminate the need of a government, because that is inherently a hierarchy that is corruptible and going to eventually be flawed, even if it is not. That's just my 5-second hot take on years and years of research, philosophy, and everything, fire hose down through one probably very privileged white guy making a 5-second statement on Twitch. Yeah, Hebby. I am a lot more that way than I probably should admit. I love the thoughts. I'll be open about this. I love the thoughts of Kropotkin. If we're going to talk theory, leftist theory, Peter Kropotkin, he's a Russian philosopher who's considered father of the school of anarcho-communism as a school of thought. That is probably what most likely adheres to my beliefs in terms of politics, but I also am a staunch pacifist. Anarcho-pacifism is another big thing that I follow, which is much more in lines of Martin Luther King Jr. or Gandhi. As problematic as some aspects of Gandhi are, he does have some great things on pacifism. Anyway, sadly, politics were a non-starter in my household. You're fairly new to a lot of it. That's totally fine. You know, we don't choose the way that we're raised, and there is a strong thing in people, particularly in circles where think that you need to be studied in politics in order to have discussion and opinions, and I hate that. You don't need to study politics to have opinions about politics, and I don't think that you should have to study politics too. You have a moral compass, you know what sounds right or wrong, and just because you haven't read a 30-page pamphlet on a topic doesn't mean that you aren't allowed to speak on it. You have life experience, and that life experience is valuable. Even if it doesn't provide a solution, it provides a new perspective that allows us as a society to reach a better goal. That being said, because I am talking about having a whole society allowing ideas and free thought, any ideas that are exclusionary or oppressive cannot be allowed in society. Basically, free speech in as much as free speech does not harm the society. I'm not proposing against free speech. Oh, I broke this thing. 1 second, while I fix this. But basically, like, if someone is spouting hate speech, you can't allow hate speech into a functioning society, and you're like, but free speech, yes, but the problem is that intolerance, you can't tolerate intolerance, because if you tolerate intolerance, eventually intolerance will grow. So in order to keep a tolerant society, any ideas that are intolerant can't be tolerated. And that's a lot of words there that sound very similar. But basically, if that thought process is exclude or discriminatory, that is not an idea that you can allow to be discussed, because it will lead to potential discrimination, which is worse than not letting them talk about it. So, but yeah, you don't need to know. That was an unrelated tangent. It's a big thing that people are like, oh, well, you want to be a leftist, you want to talk about seizing the freedom of productions, but you haven't read Das Kapital, and you haven't read The Conquest of Bread or the Origins of Families. You can't be a proper... You're not reading your theory. You can't be a proper leftist. No, that's bullcrap. You don't have to study politics for me to look at you and go, okay, do you agree we should help these people? Yes or no? You don't need politics to understand morality. And morality should be the guiding cause of the decisions you make as a society. Wow, this fantasy nut's convinced that no government is a good idea. Okay. I understand that. I considered myself in my youth. I'm very young, so my youth was not that long ago. I considered myself libertarian for a couple of years. Kind of like along my journey of self-discovery. But my thing is, basically, libertarians are pro-capitalism, and that is part of the reason what makes them libertarian, we call the group that we call the group that we call libertarians. Oh, hello, Gray. You are rating at an interesting time. I'm talking political compasses. Hi everyone, my name is Daffy. I'm a variety streamer who usually doesn't talk politics, but we ended up on the topic of politics a little bit, so bear with me for a little bit. It's okay. Hello Raiders. I was just basically saying that there's a political compass. Libertarian is the bottom right corner, which basically means they believe in capitalism as a system and minimal government. And calling it feudalism is actually probably a fairly accurate description of it in some extents. But yeah, and that's kind of why I don't consider myself one, is I personally don't consider capitalism to be productive. That's a personal take, though. And I have my opinions, but I don't talk politics on stream too much. But that was just kind of like a very brief summary as we were getting into it. Just because it got brought up, and I don't keep it secret. I just try not to talk about it on stream. Y'all can always hit me up in DMs if you have questions for me. Feel free to DM me. I'm always willing to go into these things more. I just try not to on stream. But anyway, how was your stream, Gray? Can we get a shout out for Gray, by the way? Any of y'all with the pink star should be able to use the command with the pink diamond. You're an oblivionist. I believe in the destruction of existence as a concept. I'm about there with you, Gray. I'm about there with you, Gray. You were playing RuneScape, and you didn't invite me? That's okay. I've been needing to do my Nuzlocke stream, so we good. We had a casualty today, Gray. Burb is dead. Do I want to play RuneScape? To answer that question honestly, yes, but that's a bad idea. The moment, if I get back into RuneScape, the rare occasion that this happens, I don't play other games. I get obsessed with grinding, and I just like fall down the rabbit hole. There's a lot to do in that game. And I got a lot of games I've been wanting to play. Like needing to get my Nuzlocke back on, which I've been really enjoying. I'm really glad to get my Nuzlocke back. Skimmed every taboo topic. I should probably go to sleep. You're okay, Hebby. I really appreciate it. It was good conversation. It was good dialogue. I do appreciate it. It's a binge for a few weeks, then I burn out, then I don't think I'll ever play it again, then I pick it up a few months. Yep. That about perfectly sums it up. Oh. Night, Hebby. Good luck with the kids and the house and all of that stuff. I really appreciate you swinging by. It's been good talking to you. I missed you. He will be accepted. Rip Burb, he will be accepted. Yes. The Void. Saint Burb. The Void Flapper. Phone was beeping and I was making sure it wasn't like my wife texting me to shut up and be quiet or something. I should. I am. I wanted to name it something creative, but I ran out. Pending lawsuit time. You know you can't win with a lawsuit against me. I am what is referred to as judgment proof. You can't sue someone who has no money. That was a very dramatic way to say that. I don't know what came over me. Hasn't stopped me before. You can't squeeze blood from a stone, Gray. Not this kind of stone, at least. Is that a challenge? Neither a borrower nor a lender be. So I can't, there is a TM. I know that there's a TM, but I also don't have an extra letter, because it only gave me 8. Scrooges. I've been denied. Neither a borrower or a lender. Okay, the challenge. Yes. Okay. Let's get back to leveling up Pokemon. We've been doing 2 hours of leveling Pokemon, and so far, we have gotten 1 to level 10 and 1 to level 10. It's going great. Well, whatever. I don't actually care that much, but I kind of want to see you try to squeeze blood from a stone. Great, did I tell you I got a camera? Like, I got a proper webcam now? Also, this is random, but which one of us is older? You're older than me. I remembered what day your birthday was. Oh, that's a throwback. And we switching this Pokemon. This Pokemon is getting a bit beat up. I don't know what their problem is, but it's not doing good. Camera's looking back. Yeah, I know it's much clearer. It's got a built-in ring light, so we can accentuate my paleness. We can go all the way to max paleness, or we can go all the way to mood lighting. Whoa. Alabaster Maximum, exactly. I also can pick it up to like show things. Like you can see my emulator, how I see the game. You can see me monitoring y'all over here. We can see Dark Souls. We can see penguins in the window. And a dinosaur, and there's 2 penguins and a dinosaur. Or a little bird painting that my wife made. Or my Steam controller, or my dice box. Or my phone. Or what else can I show? Or the alarm clock that's next to my desk for who knows what reason. Or my TV. And a vase. And the couch that I love dearly. All of the things. I can show you all of the things now. And then spend like 5 hours trying to get my camera alignment backed up. So I had it. And it'll never be in the same place again, but it's worth it. Is my cat spying on me still? I don't know where she went. I don't know where she went. We're gonna go heal again, because Sphinx keeps getting his butt kicked. Finley does like to spy. She is the stealth spy cat. I'm pretty sure she works for the government, I'm just not sure which one. And I don't know if I ever will. Yeah, I'm not seeing her spying anymore. She's getting better. Hopefully the Russians are the easiest to buy off. Speaking from experience. Bum, 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 bum. Y'all know that this song bops more than it has a right to. And Ivan Solikov have an understanding. How many vodkas are involved in that understanding? I need to make sure that I'm not short paying the man. That reminds me. I have a random fact I want to share. I have a random fact that I want to share. Random fact that I want to share. Where'd I put it? Okay. I have a random fact that I want to share. That I redeemed it, so I'm going to topic about this anyway. And I don't know if Gray's heard about this before. But do you know about the time, Gray, where Pepsi had the 3rd largest standing navy in the world? Have you heard about this? I'm gonna share either way. I just need to know if Gray's heard about this. The Russians didn't have the capital to buy their involved. Yes, you know the truth. Okay. So for anyone who doesn't know, this is a beautiful story. Back during the days of the Cold War, there was Russia, and then there was America, and it was the whole thing. Y'all probably know about it. I don't need to go into more detail than that. But basically, Fat Mike's injured again. We're gonna go back to the Pokemon Center. Fat Mike is squishy. Basically, the Russian president, in a meeting with our president, or whatever I don't know if those are technical terms for both sides. I know ours is the president, but basically drank a Pepsi, loved it, brought it back, and like it kind of created this thing where Pepsi just became immensely popular in Russia. During the time that it was immensely popular, basically due to kind of like Russian policy and trade laws, a couple things like this, Russia couldn't buy Pepsi traditionally, and they couldn't, they basically were limited in ways that they can get it. So what they ended up doing was basically, and what started was, they started with setting up a trade deal with Pepsi, where basically they would give Pepsi vodka, and vodka would give and Pepsi would give them Pepsi. And it worked for a while. They were happy. They had a big old shipment, yada yada yada. And then a trade embargo was set. And part of the policy of the trade embargo basically prevented Pepsi from being able to accept any more vodka from Russia, but Russia really wanted more Pepsi. And I'm not quite sure like how much back and forth was involved in this, because obviously I wasn't part of this meeting. But basically the way that they got around this is Russia then offered Pepsi like a full-on aircraft carrier and a couple other ships. It was enough that for the brief time that Pepsi owned these before it sold them and transitioned them to someone else, Pepsi became the third largest standing navy in the world, with the amount of ships and everything that Russia had given them in exchange just for Pepsi. Which is just like this simultaneous, just like the most mind-boggling trade of history. But yes, that is the story about how Pepsi got the third largest navy for a brief while. So it all started when this guy named Tsar Vladimir challenged the American cowboy to a match of horseshoes. Both sides naturally brought the service of arcane practitioners called Grand Magi of the Oldest Order, which is funnily enough the only fourth oldest order, thus the power in advertising. Oh. Here's another random fact that you reminded me of. Do you know where the word Tsar comes from? Don't. Okay. Tsar is based off of the Roman word Caesar. Do I risk it? I risk it. This might be the end of me. Oh. We're definitely going back to the thing. It makes sense. But the reason as to why Russia used it is even better. So, going back in history, the Roman Empire, yada yada yada, it's formed, it rises, it gains a bunch of territory. Don't need to go into that rant fully right now, but the Roman Empire basically gains a bunch of power. And then eventually, due kind of towards the size and internal stuff and lots of history lessons, it ends up splitting in two. The Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. The Eastern Roman Empire is often called the Byzantine Empire. But it is worth noting the Byzantine Empire didn't call themselves the Byzantine Empire per se. They just called themselves the Roman Empire. And then the Western Roman Empire falls because of stuff, and the Eastern Roman Empire lives on and kind of goes through a couple different things. And basically what happens is, as they kind of branch out, there's always these like multiple claims to the throne. The Byzantine Empire kind of falls a couple times. Eventually it's like taken over by other people who basically found the Ottoman Empire, a couple things like that. But one of these royal family lines that had claim to the Roman Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, is actually the royal family that took charge of Russia. And they considered themselves, Russia considered itself, and the Russian royal family considered themselves to be like the third Roman Empire. Because you had the Roman Empire, you had the Holy Roman Empire. They considered themselves to be the actual continuation of the Roman Empire. And that's why they used the word Tsar. Because they consider themselves to be the continuation of the Roman Empire. Yes, that's an accurate way to sum them up historically. But yeah, that's why they use the word Tsar. And because and it's like a fairly valid claim too. There's like a lot of complications with any kind of royal family claim. But yeah, the rulers of the Russian Tsars are descendants of the Byzantine Caesars, and that's where the term comes from. Because history is fun, and everything's more interconnected than people realize. History is fascinating. But, like, also to be fair though, it was the time period when like everyone was claiming to be part of the Roman Empire, which is like how you got the Holy Roman Empire, which was neither holy nor Roman nor an empire. If you didn't know, the Holy Roman Empire was neither holy nor Roman nor an empire. It was like kinda holy. Like the Pope like semi-endorsed it when he thought that like he wasn't getting a good enough deal from the people who like kinda owned his land, so he was like, hey yo, my bro Charlemagne, I'll crown you king of Rome if you come in here and mess my neighbors up and get me some of that independence. And then he was like, yeah, you got it, boo. So kinda like holy, I guess, but definitely wasn't Roman. They were mostly German city-states, and then for a good long while, Spain. They owned a lot of Spain. There was definitely some Spanish blood in there. I mean, they weren't an empire because they were, like, it wasn't a descendant thing. The empire was, like, elected by city-state. It was, like, a weird feudal democracy thing. It's a whole shtick. Which is why Bismarck of Germany, while I don't necessarily full-heartedly agree with the man in a lot of aspects of, like, ideas, just to clarify, the man, like, freaking unified Germany, which is, like, a very impressive feat considering the history of the Holy Roman Empire. Like, when it came to figuring out that strategy, like, yeah, he knew what he was doing. Bismarck, I don't know if he was charismatic or just gutsy enough to make it work. The man convinced his peasants, like the peasants that were on his land, to go to the capital of what would basically be like the Holy Roman Empire of Germany. I can't remember what it was at the time. Like before Germany itself was formed. He convinced his peasants to go with him to fight a peasant uprising for their own rights. Like, I don't know how to explain it better than that. But the peasants were like, yeah, we want a republic. And he's like, no, peasants, come with me. Let's oppress the peasants that want a republic. And then he got there and the army, because like they totally took over like the city, and the army was like, no, we got it. The king's negotiating with the rebellion, and we'll figure it out. He wants to like make this work. And then Bismarck was like, no, my king won't be defeated. We're going to go into the kingdom anyway and free him. Got like busted like 3 times trying to basically lead his peasant army into the city to interrupt peace talks between the king and the peasant uprising. It was a whole thing. Like, Bismarck is just crazy. Back when he was in college, he used to get so incredibly drunk that like the man would like get shot and walk it off. Like, I don't like idolizing historical figures, and I'm not necessarily trying to idolize him here. I'm not idolizing him, but the man, just like for what he did, was a powerhouse, like historical powerhouse. And he was very brilliant. He was very, for what he did when it came to politics, he knew how to work the system. He told the king of, it's charged him. He told the king of Germany basically, I don't know what this does. Anyway, he told the king of Germany basically the equivalent of if you get involved in World War I, you will lead to the downfall of your country and everything you know. And he called it within like a few days, like a few months maybe, of when he said the downfall would happen. It's a very fair way to put it, Gray. I ain't messing with Bide after Burb. Could I? Probably. Am I going to touch it? Nope. Hey, Moth! Hello! Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? How was time with your mom? What did you miss? I've been grinding, and we lost Burp. Bismarck predicted World War I. Any new pokes? No. My goal was to like, I wanted to just grind my Pokemon up to level 10, then kind of go on to the next area type deal, to catch a new Pokemon. This basically just ended up into a grinding and chatting stream, to be honest. So you haven't really missed much. Oh, Bide, I hate it. Arrgh. I don't trust Bide. Like, it didn't do a lot of damage, and then it killed Burb. I need a cricket top with Bide. Because holy cow. Holy Arceus. I like to... Oh, the dang Nablets. How'd I do that? Ah! Are we fixed? No. There you go. Gosh dang it. What did I do this time? How'd I do this? Okay. I know I don't have a key item. Bide is insane. But Sphinx survived. So I'm only a minor bad pokey parent. Wait, what do you mean any... Wait, does Bide reflect damage? Hello, Cuddly, how are you doing? Oh, and hello, hello, Raiders! Hello! I always have a hat, Tifa. It's like literally part of my look is a hat. I always have a hat. Now I'm confused. Why is Tifa bringing up the fact that I have a hat? Can we get a shout out for Tifa, by the way? Oh, Moth already did. Oh, Moth gave Cuddly Cat Dad a shout out, which is also a fantastic streamer. We can get a shout out for Tifa for the raid. And hello, Raiders. My name is Tadafi, or Bruce, as you know, Tifa. I am a variety streamer who tries to stream every single day. We've had a little bit of a break while I've been, well, I was like moving and driving and things. So I haven't been streaming as much lately, but I am back. We should be getting much more to regular daily streams, play a little bit of variety of everything. This is my first ever Nuzlocke stream. Okay, that's technically not true. It's the second stream. The first stream involved a 1 hour Nuzlocke run in which I completely wiped. And then a second stream, and then we continued from there. And this is that second playthrough. Which we're just currently doing a little bit of Pokemon leveling. And we already have had one casualty today. It turns out that Bide is incredibly dangerous, and I didn't know this, and we lost Burp to it. Anyway, how are you doing, Tifa? Tifa, you were just playing Littlewood. Ah, good game. How are you enjoying it? You're good, tired? I feel that. Littlewood is good. I've been meaning to maybe take a look into it, seeing if it's something that I want to do. Yeah, it's late. It's late for me too. I'm in the same time zone as you, but yeah, you should get some rest. Crazy with how many hours you stream. Full respect for it though. Crazy being that I know, not necessarily your schedule, but the fact that I know you often stream later than you planned to because your community likes you a lot, which is really good. For those of you who aren't familiar with Tifa, he has... Oh, actually, I'm going to throw that in a second. He has an amazing community found in the Luna Discord, which is his Discord, and he is... part of the reason why I am an affiliate streamer today. I owe probably most of that to Tifa, to be honest. So yeah, he's a really great community. Oh, and he has a yeah, shout out that podcast. He's just recently started doing a podcast that I didn't catch the first one, but I'm really hoping to get the second. Because yeah, Tife is a great streamer, and I do highly recommend him to all of y'all. I think most of you are familiar with him already, but always recommend him. It's on YouTube? Oh, I'll have to give it a go. Are you thinking about putting it on any other kind of, like, I'm going to use the phrase, like, more podcast-oriented platform, like Spotify, Stitcher? I don't know if there's any others. I listen to my podcast on Spotify personally. Like, just an audio form, or are you going to keep, like, only video forms on, like, YouTube and Twitch? Noctis said he's going to... Well, I'll ask Noctis then. Not sure if he did yet, though. Okay. You handle YouTube? I'll ask him about it if I remember. My memory's terrible. Actually, hey Google. Hey, remind me to ask Noctis about if the podcast is on the thingy. Sometime tomorrow. Yeah, maybe unlock my phone, Google. I guess I'll unlock my phone. Tomorrow, sometime. Anytime. I'm not picky, Google. Just sometime. Make it random. Surprise me. 6, I guess. Sleep time for everyone. It's gonna remind me at 6 a.m. Thank you, phone. It's not gonna help me, but thank you. Sleep time for me. Night, everyone who isn't someone who isn't here. Night, Tife. Thank you for swinging by. I really appreciate the raid. Okay. Where are we sitting Pokemon-wise? Nope, wrong button. The stream is like 90% me hitting the wrong button, by the way. Y'all have been warned. You're at full health, so we'll just keep grinding with Dirt Twog. Dirt Twog. For context, for those who missed it, we had 2 Pokemon in our very short-lived attempt. One was named Noctis, and the other one was named Dirt Twig instead of Turtwig. And they both died tragic fates, and the run ended. So Noctis was reborn as still a Bidoof, as Noctis 2.0, and Dirt Twig became Dirt Twog, because, you know, Dirt 2, but Dirt Twog works better. I need water. You missed Dirt Twog. And also, I'm absolutely terrible at Pokemon, so any of y'all's feedback, advice, tips, tricks, secrets, all that is appreciated. I do avoid exploits personally. Try to keep everything above board, but anything outside of that, please feel free to share. Wrong button pressing is the content I came for. That's pretty much guaranteed given my streams. Bide absorbs damage and doubles it in return. Makes sense as to why it screwed me over so bad then. It's going right off the get-go with Bide. Because, is it on the second one? Or, like, does that damage I just did count? I ain't playing. Not with Dirt Twog. the hit counted you were smart to run. I wasn't playing games. I'd been betrayed too many times. And that was only once, but one was too many times. Also, I need to adjust this reminder. I don't want that to go off at 6 a.m. Okay, well, I don't need that one anymore. Let's move this one to be... Sorry, y'all. I wasn't talking, I did the Googles. There we go. I got it set to a much more reasonable time. It should go off when I'm on my way home from work. I also had a reminder in my phone from like a month ago saying to text the thing, and it might have just reminded me about why I need to be more specific in my reminders. Because I don't know if I texted the thing or not. If you did what? I put a reminder in my phone that just said text the thing. I don't know what the thing was. I don't know if I was supposed to like text a thing, or if I was supposed to like text the Marvel superhero the thing. I don't know what I was supposed to do. But I know it was important enough I put a reminder in my phone for it. You just text someone at random and hope for the best? Yeah, it could have been that. I've done Stranger. Oh, also, before I do forget, Gray, entirely random, are you free this Saturday for our Call of Cthulhu stream? It's entirely unrelated, but I wanted to ask you while you were here. Because I want to set up like a group text or something that's maybe a little bit better for me to plan these things. But yeah. Also, don't feel obligated to commit. I'm just asking because I saw you were here and I'm like, oh yeah, I was meaning to ask that thing. Probably. You're on the everything has to happen now. So you're going to say yes. Obviously, and this is something I've said about this kind of time and time again. Like, real life is always more important. So, like, if it's ever a no, I completely understand. Like, that's fine. If you have things to do, do them. You know? Like, just let me know. Like, I appreciate a heads up, but, yeah. Cut my attack, but you didn't cut my special. Your soul is mine. So the best part is I knew it was going to do so little damage. So I could probably heal from this. I love a lifesteal move. Oh, it's why plants and bugs are like my favorite types. Ooh. Gross. Sorry about that, y'all. Drank a sip of water and it got like stuck in my cheek apparently. Oof. Back and forth until we go. What's more satisfying than harming the opponent? Stealing their vital essence and taking it for your own. Exactly, Gray. Get it? You can cut my attack all you want. I use special attack. Your soul is mine. I think that's a quote from something, but I don't know what. But I pretend like it was an intentional quote so that people think I understand pop culture. Ah, yes, pop culture. The thing with the thing. Muppets in Wonderland. Are you about to commit a felony? Always. Moth out of the woodworks, always. Yeah, I feel that. Remember Kermit saying it to Vegeta right before he Avada Kedavras him? Sounds about right. Was that before or after the Gandalf retcon? After. Yeah, that sounds about right. Punch it in the face. I am immortal! Skirmer doesn't learn magic until after he joins the cult that worships Cthulhu in the wake of Gandalf's sacrifice. Oh, of course. So foolish of me. Because that's what leads to the DeLorean chase scene, where they need to go back in time to prevent Bill and Ted from destroying the Matrix. Why am I going to this thing? There was a glitch in the system there. Because I've literally been stealing life so that I didn't have to heal. You forgot how in-depth that movie is? It's a complex one, man. The plot twists, they're everywhere. Left, right, center. I mean, there's that, like, just absolute entire subplot. Not even a main plot, but the entire subplot where you find out that Luke Skywalker is actually Zuko's father. It's a really good subplot. No, it's actually not even the director's cut, it's just the base edition. The director's cut had some shenanigans where it threw into suspicion that it might not actually be Luke Skywalker that was Zuko's father, but in fact the Joker. That was a plot point in the books. I think, yeah, I believe it did tie back to the books. At the very least, it tied back to, like, Hamlet. I'm trying to open up my spreadsheet of where I caught Pokemon, so I know where I can go next. And my phone is not cooperating. There we go. Absorb's not very effective. Interesting. I'm still gonna try it. Because heals. Give me enough to get to level 10? Will it be enough? Will our adventurers survive? It will be! Okay. Now, y'all, we got 3 Pokemon that are level 10. I am going first off to heal. Second off, for the sake of expedience, we're going to save. It's just super cynical and pessimistic. That does sound quite amazing, to be honest. That was the thing. And we are going to do a save state called level 10. Just in case something breaks, we have this checkpoint to fall back to. Now, with all of my remaining Pokemon, which we definitely did not lose any Pokemon. This was definitely all we had at the beginning. And I'm a wonderful Pokemon trainer who knows exactly how Bide works. Let's go see if we can get to an area to catch yourself another Pokemon. Bum, 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 bum. I figured I could get away safely. I don't feel like battling them right now. So I kind of want to get to another area. Oh, shoot. We got Pokemon trainer battles to get through here. That's right, I leveled up because I was about sick and done with all of this crap. Youngster Tristan, what do you got? You got a Starly? Gotta eat Starlies for breakfast. Yes, my attack fell. Yep, I'm still gonna hit you with Tackle. And now you're done for Bird, I'm sorry. Hi, Burb. Man, you get to know how it feels, youngster, whatever your name is. Youngster Joey? Youngster Tristan. Eat that, Youngster Tristan. You just get to feel all the pain that I felt when I didn't know how bite worked. What book? Probably not. Not sure who. Yes. Oh. I would 100% support that. Streams out but holy skilled children with this. Oh, you're not wrong. This is the early levels. You gotta pick on school kids. Just like every good RPG begins with you beating up rats in the sewer, every good Pokemon game begins with you beating the crap out of some school kids with a turtle. It's just the nature of Pokemon. Maybe that's not the best thing ever, but it's just the game that we have. That's gonna be a quote that haunts me one day. Entry number. I have 11 quotes now. What? What are some of them? 8. Who doesn't hate me completely and is also decent at this? I don't know what that was from, but sounds good. Quote. I do listen to ska. Visibly lying. I do listen to ska though. The night coach, your business is not our business, but it is our business. We need a better slogan. I think that was actually a Ram quote. Yeah, these are golden. I like some of these. What else we got here? I'll focus on beating up some children while we can keep getting some quotes here. Yes, let's do. I have very low impulse control. That's true. That's true. I would say I feel personally attacked, but I know I said all of these, so this is kind of on me. That was in reference to cheese, I believe. That could have been in reference to a lot of things, but I'm pretty sure it was food. I think it was actually in reference to leftovers. We're gonna start with the fight right off the bat. I can't catch you, so I don't care. So we're just gonna run away. I don't think you're gonna try to mess with me. Oh, hydrate. Thank you, Moth. Always appreciated. Why am I fighting you? So I was talking to the wife, my wonderful wife, Vivorian, who I love dearly. We were talking about like point rewards ideas, and she brought up the point reward idea of what I'm going to call, and it'd be a higher point one, basically tea time, which would involve basically if it was redeemed, I would get up and go put the kettle on and make myself a cup of, I usually drink herbal tea, like rooibos tea, or ginger tea camera, something to the extent. Basically, make the pot, then just bring the hot water and steeping and tea supplies, and basically make it on my desk. Because now I have a camera where I can actually like make the tea on camera, and then just have a cup of tea. Make like a up to once a stream type thing. Because obviously I'm gonna take a bit of a break. Like it will be a little bit more involved, so it can't be a cheap point reward. But that was her suggestion, and I kind of liked it. But I was wondering what y'all's thoughts would be on it. Yes, do that. And I love it. Okay, I'll make sure I put it up on for my next stream. An opening crit and an absorb, which should top me right back up to full. Yes! The grind was worth it. I am unstoppable. Dirt Twog has reached level 11. These school children do not stand a chance against my turtle. Do you think you can best me, young Starly? I have just slain the pets of 3 children. Your odds are very low. I give you this one chance to let me flee. It did it. It took it. Smart Starly. Well, hi. Am I not in bed yet? Boop, boop, boop. Do you see what I deal with, people? See what I deal with? Don't need to see that. Don't make me turn this camera. I want your face. I want your face, not your butt. Sorry, y'all. My cat has attitude. Just wants to show y'all its butt. Mad because I'm not in bed yet, by the way. She sleeps on, she has a cat bed, and the cat bed usually is positioned right between my legs, either pinning me on my back or my stomach. And she can go to sleep on it fine during the day, but when it hits nighttime, if I'm not there, she gets a bit like cranky, like what the heck you doing, man? I want to sleep, and I need your legs there to provide the spot for me to sleep. I love my cat dearly, by the way. I don't know where she went, but we had a little bit of a hi from her, so I'll take it. What's this? Trainer's school? You need to go in there. This is a Pokemon shop. What is this? The Pokemon gym? Attendance welcomed. I'm not allowed to go this way. Denying me freedom? Is this forced re-education? It is. This open walkway is a lie. The man is holding me down, but he shall not win. I will be free. Nope. He's got eyes like a hawk. I've been foiled again. Not stop me from going to Route 204, though. Should allow me to catch a new Pokemon. Y'all fingers crossed. Oh, we are playing with the rule that if it is a Pokemon I have already caught, it does not count as my first encounter. We decided that, right? The first stream was forever ago. And I can't remember if we decided that or not. Yes, we did. Okay. It's a Pokeball. Paralyze Hill. This one doesn't count. I am going to put in on my little spreadsheet here preemptively 204. And we're just going to do a bit of a dance until we find, I'm assuming a Kricketot, because I think that's the only thing that we haven't caught yet that would spawn here. Kricketot. How do I do this? I believe Absorb is... I'm gonna use Bide. I believe Absorb should do the least damage. That defense. Let's do Absorb again, because it's not very effective. It should give me a little bit more control. Gosh. Is Twog Wicked slow? I mean, I know they don't usually have the best speed. I don't have a lot of Pokeballs, apparently. I'm gonna go get some more Pokeballs because I don't like how little Pokeballs I have. Okay. Oh, Kricketot. Kricketot. Is he still slower? I think Bide just always goes first. That final point of Bide just goes first. Okay, we got a nickname Kricketot. I need suggestions. Tater. And a feeling we're gonna see a Tater. Greely, Samwise. Greely, Tater, Greely, Samwise. What else we got? Idaho. Oh, Grilliday is the cricket it is based on. Oh, I kind of like that. Ooh. I might have to go with Grilly just because science and related to the Pokemon itself. I think I'm gonna go with Greeley. Grylli. Haha, you got a kiss. Yeah. You weren't expecting that, huh, Finley? Grilly is great. It's a kibby. Grylli. Well, if you went off, you can have off. Let's go heal up our new friend. And what time is it? I actually think we're going to end with the high note of a new Pokemon. Just due to the fact that it is 1:44 here, and I've been streaming for 3 hours. I was originally planning on wrapping up actually around 1, because I have to wake up at 5 tomorrow. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up here for the night. But the plan is, moving forward, the Pokemon Nuzlocke will be a weekly stream. So we will see it every Tuesday, is kind of what I'm leaning to. When I will be regularly streaming is a bit up for the debate right now. We're trying to figure that out with... My work schedule's kind of been shifting over the past few days. It might continue to shift, so we'll kind of see what happens. But it is a little all over the place, and just kind of, that is what it is. Yes. That's what I can think of. Anyway. Yeah, let's wrap up here. And save. Save and file. Let's do this. Just save one. Saved to one slot. Perfect. Alright, well. Let's find another raid target. I'm going to shut this down. Y'all going to see my screen get a little weird as I shut that down. Because I don't really have any background for this, so it just kind of goes away. Let's find ourselves a good little raid target quick. Any suggestions are appreciated, but I have not even looked who we got. Mr. Giggles is streaming. Oh, and he was kind enough to join us earlier. We will return the favor. Okay. In the meantime, while I am getting that raid set up, I do want to thank all of you for joining me tonight. I do really appreciate all of you. I had a good time, and I hope that you had a good time as well. I do want to say, just please remember, I know real life can not always be the funnest. But I do just want to say that you are always welcome back here. I love all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful night's rest, or awake, or whatever it is that you are moving into. And yep, we are going to be rating Mr. Giggles, and it looks like they are playing Neo. I believe is how it's pronounced, Nioh. So give them some love. Anyway, again, just one last time, I do really appreciate all of you here. I hope you have a wonderful night. And just remember, you're always welcome back. Bye, y'all. I love you. Good night.